Joining us now, former Speaker of the House, Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich. Newt, that pained that Ken Delaney of NBC to actually have to report that. But multiple questions remain outstanding tonight about all of these classified documents, now a second location, correct?
Look, I think what's happening is the documents are the beginning of the unraveling of the entire Biden, basically, criminal family operation. First of all, the documents are going to lead you to the University of Pennsylvania, where the Chinese communists gave millions and millions of dollars. They refused to open their books. The president of the University of Pennsylvania got to be the ambassador to Germany. People like the Secretary of State, the current president. Biden got $1 million for 9 appearances. We have no idea where all the money went. We have no idea what the influence was. But it's ironic that some of these documents were found at a University of Pennsylvania office. Second, this leads you right back to Hunter Biden as the bag man, because the first wave of documents included documents about Ukraine at about the time that Hunter Biden was getting hired by Burisma, the Ukrainian energy company, largely because he was the son of the vice president. So that's going to all be wrapped up together. And then finally, this makes an absurdity of the attack on Donald Trump. The fact is, Biden can't tell you, and they've said this openly, he has no idea who had the documents. He has no idea what documents we're talking about. Now imagine, we're talking about very secret documents, which the current president of the United States openly says somehow somebody somewhere got them and they took them away, and he has no clue, which also says to me, if the FBI were serious, they would be looking at all of Biden's multiple homes. They'd be looking at all of Biden's offices for the last 10 years just to figure out what else is there out there that we haven't seen yet.
And
this
also,
is not going to go away. It's going to get bigger.
And there was a change today, was there not, in the way the press was asking questions about this. The first day it was kind of like, oh, they're differentiating between, what happened with Trump, Mar-a-Lago, and this. Oh, they're totally different. And now today you could sense it. And I'd like to know what Susan Rice knew about these documents, Newt, because she had her hand in everything in that Obama White House. She knew where all the bodies were buried, for lack of a better phrase. All of those folks involved in the National Security Council should be interviewed, and perhaps they will be. I hope they will be.
Well, first of all, it raises the question because it gets you right back to the University of Pennsylvania. We know the Secretary of State was being paid by the University of Pennsylvania. We know that the Vice President was being paid. How many people in the current Biden administration and the current White House staff were getting money out of the University of Pennsylvania? And why will the University of Pennsylvania not release the finances? They claim that the millions and millions of dollars the Chinese communists have given the university didn't go to Biden. Fine. Then where did the money come from? What's the deal? And the fact is, and when I was working on this in the Trump administration, we could not get them to tell us the truth. They are totally hiding all of this information. And I suspect the new Republican House is going to subpoena all the documents from the University of Pennsylvania and insist that they share with us, because I think this is way beyond Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah.
I think there are huge chunks of administration. Remember, this is a habit. Sandy Berger, the national security advisor of Bill Clinton, ended up ultimately going to jail because he'd gone to the National Archive and literally snuck documents that were secret in his socks and in his underwear and got caught. Hillary Clinton erased 32,000 emails and broke up a hard drive with a hammer. I'd be very curious how many documents John Kerry's had. And interestingly, the documents that were initially discovered are documents that do relate to Ukraine and to Iran, and that relate to Ukraine at a time when Hunter Biden was the bag man for what is basically a criminal family. I mean, the Bidens as an operation would make perfect sense. If you ever saw The Sopranos, you'll understand exactly what's going on.
Well, and who had access to these documents? I mean, that question was posed to the press secretary today. She just, obviously, she's like, talk to the White House counsel's office. White House counsel's office is not returning anyone's calls, as far as we could tell. Certainly not our, Peter Doocy's calls. So again, was there any sharing of office space with Hunter Biden, or any Chinese officials have any access to this space? Because obviously they had a lot of money invested in this Biden Penn Center, whatever it was called. So these questions have to be answered, Newt, and I think you're exactly right. This goes way beyond Joe Biden to a lot of these characters, and we really appreciate Newt Gingrich joining us. Thanks, Newt.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.